Well, hey, I'm Jerry, bringing you another episode of What's Broke Today, and our episode today is, we're starting on episode 10 of Rusty, so let's get after it. Okay, after getting a lot of flap wheel work done and grinding, you know, everything's looking real good. Come around here to the back, down underneath. All this looking really good. Now, what I did do, well, I went around with my flashlight, which I dropped. I went around with my flashlight and my Sharpie, and I looked and I found spots like that where I got a little pinhole. And I come back here, and it's not that these would be a problem, but it's so easy to go ahead and just touch them up while I'm here. I got the welder fired up. We're just gonna zip a few little spots. That's a little bit of that, and then I'll just come back here and in that spot, I'm glad I did, because it was super thin. As soon as I hit that one, it actually swelled up and got bigger. And same thing right there. I made a bigger hole with my welder, but that tells me how thin it was. And if we get back with the flashlight and we look again, well, that is super thin. Okay, well, I hope I got that, but that just shows you where I think I'm doing good. While my grinding, I ground it too thin. And then the thinner it gets, the harder it is to weld. So then they have to do, instead of doing this little tiny pinhole, I got the stripe. So, but yeah, we'll let that set up and we'll do a little more grinding. Well, we are nearing the end of metal work that I've got. You know, this stuff up here that you can't see don't have to be that pretty. So, and as we get down under here, I'm going to do just a hair bit more grinding, you know, right, probably that and that, but you don't have to, and you know, I may not, because you're never really going to see that. I got most of the rest of those smoothed up pretty good. Same way up here, that little pinhole, I got it filled in, but there's still some spots up there, but I mean, they're not all the way through, and I mean, it's all looking good. You know, get her wiped down a little. And You know, run the flap wheel, but I mean, things that you're not going to see don't have to be perfect. And same way back here, I don't know what I'm going to do, because it is so thin right there. I really want to do some more welding there. But every time I hit it with the welder, I make a bigger hole. But I even turned the welder all the way down, and it is just rough. But yeah, it all turned out, looks real good. And then, of course, here on the back of the cab, it all, we can see all the dust flying as I wipe. I also tell it's cold out here because looking at my screen I can see the little bit of flickering. But yeah, it all looks really good. That I don't know if we can complain about that. But I'll get my rust fix out and start coating everything, because any place where I got this bare metal, I want to go ahead and get it treated, just because I don't want it to start rusting on me before I even get going any further on it. Well, it's too cold today to do any spraying a primer or deal with body filler. So till I get that situation figured out, I thought I could see if I could drill out these broken screws. Yeah, they just rusted so bad. And I don't know if I'll be able to drill them out and re-thread them, but this is where it pays to have a good drill bit set. And I keep these back for situations just like this. All right, there's all the way through on number one. The big key is getting this started as close to the center as I can, and then just staying straight, because regardless, I got room. I can always probably put a nut on the bottom side. I know here and here it'll be easy because I can get my fingers under there. That's a little tight. And these are Milwaukee drill bits that are the cobalt bits. So like hitting down there, hitting something hard. I started with a 5/64, and now I'm going to 9/64. That's like that bolt. They're soft. So they're drilling super easy. Okay. And now I'm going to bump to a 3/16 because these are 6 millimeters, so roughly a 1/4 inch diameter. That's side broke off. Knock that down just a little. Okay. We get farther out to the outside, it does get a lot tougher. There, I did pop all the way through. Might go one size bigger there. All right, I'm gonna go see if I can find a 6 millimeter tap. Okay, found my 6 millimeter tap and thought, well, I'll just run down through this one and clean it out. Almost like doing a thread chaser. Because that's where that holds the fender, but it also is a prop rod for the hood. And that way, things like that, they screw right down in nice and easy. And I just use my air tool oil on my tap. I mean, it's a good oil, and yeah, because just having these holes threaded will really make it easier when I go to put them back on later. All right. There's one fixed. All right, we'll add a little more oil. All right. Well, there's the driver's side. Got all those holes fixed. Now I'm gonna go to the passenger side. I got 3 more holes to do over there, and then yeah, we're gonna figure out how we can close this a little and create some space I can heat. All right. Well, needless to say, I got the other side, the passenger side, done, and I probably the rear one here, probably got to put a nut on it. I know I got to put a nut on the front one because I broke my drill bit, and that one was a pain in the butt because I had to take and grind off luckily it broke deep down in the bolt, so I could drill part way and then cut it off on the bottom with my air cutoff tool, and then I actually used my broken bit as a punch and drove the broken piece the rest of the way out, and I drilled it out, and then of course I ended up off center, so I just rounded it out, and I can just take my needle nose pliers, hold a nut on the bottom side while I put that together, and yeah, we're good to go there. Liking the way that's looking. Well, for our next part of working on Rusty, the weather's went to, I don't know, crap. It's snowing outside, it's raining, supposed to get down around 0. So what I'm going to get started on in the barn today is I'm going to make me a little tarped off room, basically about 10 foot high in the center, roughly 8 foot out on the outside, and then hang big blue tarps to kind of make me a confined area that I might be able to generate, or actually hold heat in, so I can I'll get back to work on the truck because it's been too cold to work with body filler or any primer, so I got to do something. So that's my plan for today. Well, it's been a few days since I did any videotaping, and that's because, as you can see, I've been working on my tent room in the barn. That it's not 100% airtight, but it's close. Got to have a little bit of ventilation because I'm going to use my kerosene heater to warm it up in here. That I got kind of tapered at the top, so hopefully if anything leaks through the roof, it'll rainwater will run off. And I got the new tarp. It stretched pretty good, but I got some low spots in that old tarp because it was stretched. But yeah, I got her closed in pretty good, and then I put some lights in here so I can see. That way I can light up the side of the truck, and I also got my portable lights because I need to start working on Bondo, and it's been too cold for Bondo. And currently the steel is still too cold for Bondo, but I was going to wait, shut the heater off so I could videotape and talk. But everything looking good. I think I'm going to start, I put 2 lights over here because I think I'm going to start on this side with my body filler. You know, because some of this really don't need much. I got to put seam sealer in a few spots. And then I got to see if I can rig up something on either a can of this Reform and Seal or some of my Rust Fix. Or I can put one of those sticks like comes on a brake clean can. So I can drill some little holes and spray the back side in there. And of course I can look down through there and see where I need to seam seal a gap. and at the back of the cab, but I may still cut pieces out of that, because he got me the rear wall of the cab. I may screw some pieces up there to cover some of those holes. But yeah, the only thing I'm concerned about is I might not have enough ceiling height, because I do need to raise the dump bed up a little bit so I can get access to, back of the cab and do some sanding. But don't have to do that today, so. But I'm going to try and get me a chair over here, and I got a few spots I need to weight down my tarp, because when it starts getting warm in here and the heat rises, like this one by the front door, it sucks the tarp out. So, but not too bad. Well, I'll say just stay tuned for more episodes of Rusty, our 2002 F350 dump truck, and just stay tuned, because no telling what else you're going to see on What's Broke Today. Thank you.